welcome to another edition of Journey of Discovery, the free-to-play MTG Arena series. Justin Parnell here again, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Holiday Pauper. Now, before we get to the event that we're going to be playing, which is Pauper today, we're going to open all of the packs that we've gotten in the last week or so, because we haven't done a constructed episode in about 2 weeks. So, first things first, we want to re-roll this quest, see if we get a 750. We did not, but that's okay. Cast 20 creatures. It's going to be difficult with the deck we're playing today, but we'll get to it. Now, we have a lot of packs. We have 19 packs, specifically. A mix of everything. We have some Guilds of Ravnica. We have some Ixalan, some Dominarius, of course. All of this is from drafting, and then 2 weeks worth of getting our 3 free packs each. So, without further ado, why don't we start with the back with Ixalan. Rivals of Ixalan, to be specific. Okay, that's our, we got a rare wild card. We definitely will get a mythic wild card, a common wild card, and a Mastermind's Acquisition, just as Ali Aintrazi would have made, so. Okay, uncommon wild card, which is great, and a Sea-Torn Ceratops, which is not super great. Guess we're looking for like a Rekindling Phoenix. Would be a great one. Oh, Colossal Dreadmaw, obviously fantastic. A Tetsamok, okay. Alright, moving on to Dominaria. Cast Down's good. Ooh, Mythic Wildcard, best thing we could have possibly opened. That's always great. We can get 2 Mythic Wildcards here. Another common wild card and a Squee. Alright, well we already got a mythic wild card, so there's not a whole lot that can go wrong. We would love to get a rare land, though. Qual's Druidic Well, that's about the most opposite as you can possibly get. What do we want from here? I think most of the money cards here are mythic rares. 2 wild cards are always great. Along with the machines, not great. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, Sarkhan's a good one. In case we ever want to play any Dragons. Supreme Phantom. Maybe for Modern. We'll just have to hold on to that for about 5 or so years. Wait till it makes it to Arena. Meteor Golem is a great... We already have one, but... Alright, and what amounts to a probably 3rd or 4th Runic Armisar for us. Okay. So now getting to old Guilds of Ravnica. Let's see what we have. So, rare mythic Guild of Ravnica. I don't think there's anything that we have 4 of. Maybe 1 or 2 things. We have Steamkin, Risk Factor, Arclight Phoenix, Pelt Collector, Assassin's Trophy, Night of Autumn, Watery Grave, Sacred Foundry. We still have no Overgrown Tombs. Okay, so those are ones for us to be on the lookout for that. For us to be disappointed. Ionize. Okay. Did we already have 4 of those? I feel like we did. Since it just popped up. Alright, I think we did. Alright, so that's a miss already. As it comes face up, we already have 4. Swiftblade Vindicator, okay. Vindicator. Uncommon wild card. Alright, another Swiftblade Vindicator. So we're trying to tell us something. Chromatic Lantern. Lazov. Okay. Never mind not having a single of things for Singleton whenever it you know, wants to show back up. Underrealm Lich, okay. Really would love an Overgrown Tomb. Atrata. Uncommon wildcard's good. Dream Eater. It's a lot of mythics, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Here's an Overgrown Tomb. Unmoored Ego. Alright, more wildcards. So we got a number of wildcards here. We have 9 rares, 6 mythics, and a lot of commons and uncommons, of course. And that will serve us well going into the new set. We don't really have a whole lot that we need right now, so we're gonna hold on to those. We're gonna be playing some Holiday Pauper today. I have 2 copies of Firemind's Research, 2 copies of Llanowar Elves. I've done 4 runs, so either way, whatever we end up with, we're not gonna be too disappointed with. So let's go ahead and get going. And we're going to be playing some blue-black Pauper. Or I guess just blue-black, since we're, of course, already playing Pauper. And this is a deck list that I cannot say that I made myself. This is adapted from Adrian Guaralzetz. I'm mispronouncing that, from that wrote an article on Hipsters of the Coast, playing blue-black Control to great success. I've changed just a couple of cards around, namely having Soul Salvage instead of Macabre Waltz, having a Coldwater Snapper instead of another Watcher in the Mist. So this deck has been very powerful, and I've only played it in 1 run, but I didn't lose a game yet. So let's take it for a spin. All right, we're on the draw, but we do have a negate for 3. We don't have any black yet, but that's okay. I think this hand is fine, even though it's not great. It's probably actually on the bad side. Actually, I think I want to mulligan this hand. I think we can do better than this, especially on the draw. This is better with a scry. We'll keep that, and we'll bin a land with our cookie magic back. This is Wizard's first real attempt at a very interactive arena. This is something that Hearthstone does pretty regularly, is they have holiday themes. We got a fruitcake elemental back here. We got, of course, the gargoyles, which are on there normally, but you can change the color of the presents. We're in divination here. Looks like we're probably playing a mirror match. You can change the color of the presents. You can knock the snowmen's heads off. Whisper Agent? Sure. So this one goes from Simic to Izzet. This one goes from Selesnya to Azorius. This one goes from Boros to Orzhov. This one goes from Golgari to Gruul. Yeah, we'll go ahead and try to block here, since we're playing the mirror. At least the somewhat mirror. Let's just deadweight this. I would love for our opponent to fight over it. That would be best case scenario, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay, we're going to fire off one of these vapors. It's not that we necessarily want to kill this so badly, but getting the Surveil 2 is really what we're looking for. Devious Cover-Up. Well, as much as we do want that card, we don't really want to shuffle. We only want to shuffle Divination back in. So I'd rather just bend them both. So our goal is to get our lone Cold Water Snapper to resolve. We do have our Soul Salvage, which is very good. I'm going to go ahead and fire off this Vapors to surveil some more. Alright, we're going to bend both of these. It's not exactly what we want to do. In fact, it's probably the opposite of what we want to do, but our opponent following our lead wisely, as this is arguably the worst card in both of our decks. Okay, well, we're just going to play lands out. Our opponent certainly has the spells and hand advantage, but we have more mana. We'll go ahead and opt. Definitely do not want that dead weight. Blink of an eye, okay. Alright, now the waiting game begins. I imagine our opponent just has a bunch of removal in their hand, since that's essentially what this deck is just loads of removal. Looks like our opponent's gonna have to discard, so yep. Dead weight into the bend from our opponent. We'll put the Essence Scatter on the bottom. Ah. Always want to double check. Yep. Put all those on the bottom. Oh, Whisper Agent. That's fine. This is actually something that dead weight can kill, so we do not want to fight over it. Does that mean we'll eventually die to this Whisper Agent? Perhaps. But I would rather die than use an Essence Scatter. But I may take that decision with me to the grave. Oh, there's a Moment of Craving. I imagine our opponent's going to let this happen rather than fight over it, but you never know. Wow, okay. Putting back 2 Divinations, another Whisper Agent, and an Opt. Yep, no resolves. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and Moment of Craving while we can. This one's better for us than Deadweight. Fungal Infection? Are they going to double Fungal Infection? Yep, alright. Right on. Well, we'll just take 2. Opponent burned a lot of cards out of their hand that turn for fighting over a Whisper Agent that was definitely going to die anyway. Alright. We'll bounce one of their little token friends. Alright. Yeah, they really don't want us to draw. But The thing is, I mean, we're kind of in the same situation. Our opponent moments ago had 7 cards in their hand. Obviously, a lot of those cards were removal spells, or all of them. Alright, they're divinating. I'd like to draw a divination. I would like to divinate. Enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to any target. We can't kill that with Moment of Craving, so go ahead and Essence Scatter it. Alright. We'll hold this 1 Essence Scatter in case they have a large hexproof creature. Oh, divinations. Watcher in the Mist. Okay. Yeah, we're going to attempt to Deadly Visit the Watcher in the Mist. Okay, so they have gain 3 life. We have Surveil. Looks like that resolves. That would tell me that they do not have a counterspell for that. So we should be able to freely bounce their token. Which we'll do it in a turn. Unless they, you know, skipped all the way to the end. Okay, so here's our Coldwater Snapper. And we are going to attempt to resolve this. Likely going to be met with an Essence Scatter. Yep. Okay. So we don't have any other creatures quite yet. There will be a point in time where we soul salvage. But it's not right now. And after our opponent surveils, I would like to, yeah, Moment of Craving. Excellent. Okay. We have exactly 2 up. We're going to Essence Scatter the Cloud Reader Sphinx. There's Divination. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. All right. We're doing it a little bit. We're going to get back another Divination. Yeah, we'll get back Divination. So we're going to fire off again. And I don't think that our... Looks like our opponent does not have any counter spells. They might have removal spells, which is fine. Then we can soul salvage back our Salvager of Secrets. One of the reasons that I cut the Macabre Waltz for the soul salvage is of course that this we can't soul salvage. We can't Macabre Waltz a Salvager of Secrets. You have to soul salvage the Salvager. Does that make sense? Great. Okay. Well, we don't need either of those two. Still have 19 cards left in our deck. That is plenty. Best case scenario would be our opponent killing the Salvager right now, so we can soul salvage it back. Okay. Maybe they'll dead weight it on their turn. So many divinations. Cloud Raider Sphinx. One top, one bottom. Okay. Maybe they will block. Unlikely. We are going to deadweight the Sphinx, though. And I believe I want to blink of an eye our own creature. Ooh, Watcher in the Mist. I think I would rather get the Soul Salvager out and then Divination again. Yep, that's what I would like to do. Though we're getting pretty close. Maybe I want this this Devious Cover Up for next turn. Nah, not yet. Let's get the Divination, since I can't cast the Devious Cover Up. Great. Okay. Well, there's a negate. It's almost as good. Oh no, there's the Snapper. Okay. Well, first things first then. Play the Watcher. Don't want this. We don't want either of these. And I think this is where we go ahead and get the Devious Cover Up. We want one of those as we get low on cards. Our opponent has a removal spell. They're trying to decide if they want to do it right now. I think we are going to negate that. Only so we can... Our opponent doesn't have the ability to just get in with their Snapper. Okay. Alright. Feeling pretty good at this point. We don't have any other creatures in here, I don't believe. Just the Snapper. So I think what we're going to do... We have 14. Okay, perfect. So we're going to attack, they're going to block. Excellent. Okay. Well, this is exactly what we want. And now we're going to Soul Salvage. Get back these two. We're going to play our Snapper. And we're going to hold this cover up. Alright, that'll do it. We figured it out. We solved the puzzle. Alright, game 2, we're 1-0. Hopefully we don't have to have the grind fest again, but this hand looks great. And we'll play some aggressive decks. Green, okay. We'll leave with an island so we can opt. We can opt to opt. Excellent. Yeah, we will keep the Divination. Alright. Cut Essence Scatter mana up. Surely they have something. Okay, well that's something we cannot kill with Deadweight, so We'll Essence Scatter it. More lands is good. That's what we want. We want to wait until 5 to Essence Scatter, or excuse me, to Divination. Only because we want to be able to Essence Scatter anything that we can't deadweight. This, we're going to let resolve this time. That was a good draw. We'll deadweight here. And we'll take 1 for a little while, and then we can clean up with fungal infection. Yep, that'll resolve. We can vapors and then fungal infection afterwards. Love our opponent to play a Llanowar Elves or some nonsense. Okay. Vapors. Naturalize. I suppose that's fine. I'd rather get the Basilisk. Yeah, sure. Let's reverse these. We still do want the Guildgate. That way we can deadly visit in case our opponent tries to get crazy and enchant Centaur Courser with something, and who knows. Alright. This is our new deadly visit target. Okay, we are going to bin this island because we know we're going to play the Guildgate next turn. We're not going to block, so might as well get in for 1 while we can. Mammoth Spider, okay. Slightly less scary than the wolves. Even though we can opt, we're still going to play the gate. Okay, not blocking this turn, but it's likely we're going to be blocking next turn. Llanowar Elves is fine. We will opt. Opt to opt. We'll keep deadweight. That seems like a fine draw. One, 2, 3. Divination. And we're going to deadweight here. And pass the turn. Opponent can have another naturalize. Okay, they do not. I would imagine they would do it at the end of our turn if they did. We have no creatures in the graveyard for this soul salvage. We do need like one, like a creature. We don't need many. Rabid Bite. Put us to 2. This is probably going to be one of our best uses for this negate. If we do not counter it, this lets us trade here, but we still go to 3, and we have to draw something next turn regardless. Yeah. It still gives us our best chance. Now, if they have another creature as a follow-up, then we could be in trouble. Okay, so this we go to 1. So if we block here, this actually gives us another turn. Though I imagine they're going to play something post-combat. Either way, this gives us the most time. They did not, and we drew what potentially was our best card. There's the old cold water snapper. Not the warm water snapper. The warm water snapper is only a 2/3. For generations, the inhabitants of Orvada have hungered for turtle soup, like Shredder. For generations, the turtles have frustrated their ambitions. Alright, we will block here. If they have a pump spell, then they do. If they have a pump spell, then if they have a Titanic Growth, then we were toast either way. They do. They had a Gift of Growth. Alright, good games. Alright, we're 1-1 game 3. We're going to mulligan this. This one is much more suitable. We will keep. Opponent's on 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, are they just going to concede? Hello. Not sure what's going on here. It's going to be rough because it's going to take us a long time to beat them. Well, they drew a land. All right, they drew another land. All right, there's a Salvager of Secrets. Could potentially be our win condition. All we do is just show another blue. Alright. Our opponent is what I would call curving out. See if we can find a land here. Snapper, blink of an eye, no good. Alright, not exactly the land we were looking for, but we know we can get back in the snapper, so we'll just do that. Yeah, we can another land next turn, we can just play the snapper and try to make this game be over as quickly as possible. That resolves. Okay, there's a Watcher in the Mist that we can't cast. Our next land will be a Dimir Guildgate, because that's how this will work. Sure, we'll Essence Scatter. Oh, it's a swamp. All right, old snappy boy. You look at the teeth on this thing. It's terrifying. It's the most terrifying snapper I've ever seen in my life. Alright, we found a win condition. Our opponent felt like that was enough. Okay, we're up 2-1. We're going to mulligan this one, though. Ugh. This is a rough one, but we'll keep it. We will need to keep this Essence Scatter, for sure. We're not going to hit their turn 2 play, but we can hit their turn 3 play. Maybe their turn 2 play will be something we can clean up with the Vapors on a following turn. And it is. Okay. If opponent plays stuff that we can clean up with Vapors... Oh no, that's not good. Let's see if we can find a fungal infection. That's not a fungal infection. That's also not a fungal infection. +2/+1, so not all hope is lost. If we can find a fungal infection, we can still revert to plan A, which is Vapors plus fungal infection. Because of that, we're going to need to divinate now. Okay, so we're taking 4 currently. I imagine it's going to be more with a Sure Strike. Indeed it is. Okay. Well, we're at 9. Is not the worst thing in the world. We can Moment of Craving, the Instigator, take 1 from the other goblin. Okay. Run amok. So I think we have to conserve the most damage. We still have to kill this. And that resolves. No, we'll kill this. If they have another run amok, then we're toast. Okay. Alright, we'll go to 7. If they play another creature, we have Essence Scatter. Yep. We're just gonna anything they play. Oh, that was dumb. We need to Vapors that. God, that was awful. Man, that was really bad. That was a panic play. And we definitely panicked. Put those 2 on the bottom. Okay. If we can get to 7 and play the Snapper, we might be okay. Oh no. That's not what we want at all. That would have been really great to Essence Scatter that we don't... Oh, there's the Essence Scatter. Okay. I feel like our opponent is going to have something that gives it Menace or First Strike, and we're going to die to a terrible, terrible mistake that we made. Rightfully so. And we should. Yep. There it is. Good game. Well, that's what we get. Definitely had this one and threw it away. Well, we ended up with the Llanowar Elves. Not too great. Obviously, I made a terrible misplay, but that happens sometimes. Fortunately, third win at Llanowar Elves, not too bad. But thank you guys very much for watching. Again, we'll try to do better next time. That was one of the worst plays that I've done playing on this series. It is certainly more difficult to talk about Magic and play Magic at the same time. You'd think I'd have some sort of experience in it, but alas. Anyway, thanks for watching, Pauper guys. Make sure to search Thinktwice MTG on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and Spotify to catch the Thinktwice podcast. And of course, go to patreon.com/ThinktwiceMTG to support the show. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to get more Journey Discovery and Ali Aintrazi stream highlights as well as the podcast itself. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. Catch you next time.